Well, we woke up to a burst of snow blanketing most of the region. That was just the beginning today. Stacey Lee is tracking more snow on the way, including some potential for blizzard conditions that you'll need to be aware of. With the legislative session now underway, we're tracking some of the big proposals up for debate in Olympia, including one that could have an impact on your taxes and another that would change when you have the chance to vote. Plus, we're talking about that shakeup for the Seahawks. What is next for former head coach Pete Carroll?
This is Apple Valley News Now, Special Edition, on your side.
Snow was falling across eastern Washington this morning, all over the mid-Columbia, and we're not done yet. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner. We are on early this afternoon due to ABC's coverage of NBA basketball at 5:30. Taking a look outside, we're seeing a cold evening, some sunshine out there, though very different from what we saw early this morning. Cold temperatures in the forecast for this week. Let's check on the radar. Right now, it's looking fairly clear. Just a little bit of snow you see there near Pendleton, but that is all about to change. Stacey Lee explains in your First Alert forecast.
And happy Wednesday night. Well, get ready for those gusty winds. They're coming back on Thursday. Plus, we have major snow coming to the lower elevations from Thursday through Saturday. We could see anywhere from 4 to 8 inches of snow in the lower elevations. And that Arctic air, well, that's going to arrive this weekend. Let's take a look at our winter storm watch. We're talking the Columbia Basin, Tri-Cities, all the way into the Palouse, down into Pendleton, Yakima, into the Kittitas Valley. 4 to 8 inches, heavy snow possible. Now, let's look at the Blues. We're expecting 16 to 32 inches there with blizzard-like conditions once again. And up in the Cascades, another 2 to 3 feet. Now, this is through Sunday morning, so get ready. Here's what our storm track is looking like tomorrow. Here comes that snow, again, pushing right through the lower elevations, so we'll start to see that. We'll see a little mixed precipitation in the Columbia Basin as it heads to the east. So very active weather. Get ready for winter weather stuff going on all around the area. Our temperatures overnight tonight, once again on the chilly side, just below the freezing mark in most of our regions. Stick around. I'll give you more details in your First Alert full weather forecast. Back to you.
Thanks, Stacey. And with that cold weather in the forecast, you'll find several options for escaping the weather if you need them. First Congregational Church on South Palouse Street in Walla Walla will open an emergency warming center starting tomorrow evening at 7. That'll be open through 7 a.m. on Monday, January 15th. The Christian Aid Center over on Birch Street also offers an escape from the cold. That's between 8:30 and 4. And the Walla Walla Public Library will be available Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. You can also find several warming centers in Benton and Franklin counties. The Benton Franklin Health District says you can call 211 or visit wa211.org for information and a list of local warming center locations. The Mount Adams School District in White Swan went on lockdown this morning after authorities say a juvenile pointed a rifle at the district school resource officer. The Yakima County Sheriff's Office says the officer was outside White Swan High School at about 7:40 this morning when he noticed what they call a juvenile male at a nearby intersection had a rifle pointed at him. Now, authorities say there were no shots fired, no injuries. The juvenile was taken into custody without incident. They say since he is an enrolled tribal member, the case has now been transferred over to Yakima Nation Tribal Police. A fatal crash near Walla Walla is under investigation. According to the Washington State Patrol, that crash killed 44-year-old Lee Erin Kennedy of Dayton. State troopers say she drove a Chevy Suburban westbound on State Route 12. It and an eastbound Chevy Tahoe collided on State Route 12 in the center of the roadway about 3 miles east of Walla Walla. Now, investigators have not yet determined the cause of that crash. We know voter participation is low in odd-numbered years compared to even-numbered, especially presidential election years. It's especially low in Yakima County, but Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell tells us state lawmakers are now looking at a possibility of changing that with House Bill 1932.
Right now, local elections are held in odd-numbered years, but this bill would give cities, with the approval and input from the public, the ability to choose whether or not they want to switch to even-numbered years. Proponents say if cities with low participation rates in odd-numbered election years moved those issues to a ballot in an even-numbered year, they could potentially get more participation from voters who already plan to send in their ballots because they're engaged enough to vote on statewide issues or in a presidential election.
I know, and I think we all agree that when more people participate in an election, we have better results. The electorate body is more responsive to the people. They're able to hear about what the issues are, and they're able to then later on take those issues and actually do the work.
But some are concerned about making such a big change with no guarantee that those voters wouldn't just end up skipping the section for local elections anyway. Coming up at 6, we'll hear from the Yakima County Auditor about how a change like this could potentially affect local elections here in Yakima County and how that change might not necessarily be for the better. Reporting from the Yakima Newsroom, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Thanks, Emily. And it is a short session in Olympia this year. State lawmakers only have about 3 months to finish all of their legislative work for 2024. One of the big issues they're considering is a proposed change to the state constitution. This could impact the taxes you pay in the future. So right now, a school bond has to get at least 60% of the vote in order to pass. That's a hard sell in many districts, which means they often can't afford to build new schools or to pay for maintenance and safety upgrades on the ones they already have. So a proposal before the legislature this year would take steps towards changing that if it gets enough support from lawmakers. It would be 2/3 approval in both the state House and Senate. Then the proposed constitutional amendment would be put on the ballot for all of us to decide. Now, if you think there's not a big difference between 50% support as proposed, which would be a simple majority, and 60% a supermajority as we have right now, think again. Coming up tonight after the game, we're going to take a closer look at a local school bond that failed for want of that 10% just last year. Now, parking at the Tri-Cities Airport is about to get more expensive. Starting in March, you will have to pay $12 per day for long-term parking, $16 per day for the short-term lot. If you're just picking up or dropping off, rates are still the same, $2 per hour. The extra income is expected to help pay for parking lot improvements and some of the other airport renovation and expansion work they have planned. Making national headlines tonight in the race for the White House, Republican presidential candidates Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis are facing off tonight in a debate in Iowa. This is just days before the Iowa caucuses. ABC's Rena Roy reports.
Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis going head-to-head tonight, hitting the debate stage in Iowa just 5 days before the caucuses. DeSantis crisscrossing the state in recent weeks, campaigning in all 99 counties.
We have all the counties organized. We've got massive numbers of volunteers.
Some voters are still torn.
Looking for an alternative to Trump, but I want somebody who can, in the end, beat Joe Biden and be a strong president.
The former South Carolina governor also out on the campaign trail.
Get excited, 6 days until caucus.
Meanwhile, Vivek Ramaswamy appearing via iPad on a campaign stop, and Chris Christie focusing his efforts on New Hampshire with less than 2 weeks until the state's first-in-the-nation primary.
I'm asking for your vote. It's 13 days. You need to vote for the person you think has the character to be the best president of the United States.
Former President Trump is still ahead in the polls, but a new University of New Hampshire poll shows Haley trailing him by just 7 points in the Granite State.
The only way we're going to win the majority of Americans is if we go forward with a new generational leader that leaves the negativity and the baggage in the past.
As his rivals campaign, Trump was in court Tuesday, his legal team seeking to convince a panel of judges he should be immune from prosecution for his actions taken while in office, arguing his federal election subversion indictment should be dismissed.
The president has to have immunity.
But the prosecution warning immunity would be scary if there were no criminal charges against someone trying to usurp election results.
That was ABC's Rena Roy reporting. Now, Trump is planning on avoiding tonight's debate. He'll be having a town hall airing at the same time. Looking locally, a live look tonight at Giesa Stadium from our Skycam. Giesa Stadium is the home of the Tri-City Dust Devils, and the team says it just signed a lease extension with the city of Pasco, which means the team will continue playing at Giesa for the next 2 decades. Part of that agreement includes stadium upgrades. You'll eventually see larger clubhouses and locker rooms and renovated training facilities and a new weight room. And big news today from the Seattle Seahawks. They'll soon be looking for a new head coach. A statement from team chair Jody Allen says Coach Pete Carroll will move to an advisory role with the team. The statement calls Coach Carroll the winningest in Seahawks history, also recognizing that with his leadership, the Seahawks brought home their first and only Super Bowl championship so far, that back in 2014. Carroll had this to say.
For a variety of reasons, we have mutually agreed to set a new course and for the club to take on new leadership. And that's just a decision that's been made, and there's a lot that went into that and a lot that went behind that. What's coming? I don't know. I got no idea, and I really don't care right now. But I'm excited about it because there's a lot to learn. There's a lot to study. There's some great discoveries that are going to come our way.
All right, we're going to be keeping an eye out for those great discoveries and bring you any new developments as we get them. Well, making a positive impact, we're going to have the latest from this morning's mental health graduation in Benton County. Plus, we're breaking down test results from the city of Yakima's tap water. And we could see more lowland snow on the way, even though there's sunshine out there right now. This is all about to change. Stacey Lee is tracking all of that in your First Alert forecast.
Danny was rear-ended by a semi-truck. Serious injuries.
Mariano's reputation and experience gave him an advantage over the insurance company.
Daniel got paid a lot.
He lives up to his reputation, which is somebody who gets results.
Call 853-2222.
At Furniture Row, a new year calls for a new sofa, sectional, dining group, bedroom, mattress, and more. Because the New Year's Super Sale has been extended, so getting it all has never been easier. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend and watch the savings add up. Plus, 6 years, no interest financing. Say goodbye to tired old designs. And hello to killer new looks at great prices. But hurry, the extended New Year's Super Sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Rated the best hearing aids of 2023 by Forbes, the Audien Atom 2 series offers superior sound quality and functionality for a fraction of the price. For just $189 a pair, the Atom 2 features 4 different hearing modes for all types of hearing loss. It packs crystal clear sound, a nearly invisible design, and is even rechargeable.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aids. They're so comfortable, I forget I'm wearing them. And the sound is amazing.
The Atom Pro 2 is our smallest hearing aid yet, featuring advanced background noise cancellation and is the world's first hearing aid with built-in UV cleaning that kills 99% of bacteria.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed without seeing a doctor or having a hearing test.
Join over 500,000 happy customers today and get the hearing you deserve.
Call 1-800-434-2113 or go to AudienHearing.com to get your pair of Audien hearing aids starting at just $189.
Do you want Apple Valley News Now anywhere, anytime? Then you need Apple Valley News Now Plus for your phone, tablet, and streaming box. It's local news and First Alert weather on your schedule from people you trust. Get Apple Valley News Now Plus for your phone, tablet, or streaming box today.
Sorry, everyone. I ran out of space and time.
Why are we even doing this? Try, y'all. Try. Danny was rear-ended by a semi-truck. Serious injuries.
Mariano's reputation and experience gave him an advantage over the insurance company.
Daniel got paid a lot.
He lives up to his reputation, which is somebody who gets results.
Call 853-2222.
The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
Welcome back. Today, the Benton County Justice Center celebrated a mental health court graduate. Now, mental health court is an intensive program with huge rewards. All of your previous convictions are dismissed if you complete the program. Judge James Bell opened the floor for this graduate to share his advice for those who are either in the program or interested in it.
Well, I only have 2 words for him. Keep the UH clean and everything else will fall in place.
All right, this was actually a special case for Judge James Bell. It was Tyrone's second time graduating from this same therapeutic court. That doesn't happen very often. He first graduated in 2019 and joined back into the program in 2023. The TSA says it stopped a record number of guns from making it onto planes in 2023. The agency says nationally, screeners found more than 6,700 guns at checkpoints. That's an increase of 200 from the year prior. Also, 93% of those guns were loaded. The TSA says it screened more passengers last year than the previous year, so the overall rate of guns per million passengers screened actually went down. But locally, the director for the Tri-Cities Airport says TSA confiscated 11 guns from travelers in 2023. Now, attempting to fly with a weapon can mean serious penalties, including fines up to $15,000 and even potential criminal charges. The city of Yakima says test results from last week's city water samples came back free of PFAS, which are also known as forever chemicals. Concerns about drinking water in other areas of Yakima County prompted these tests. Now, according to the EPA, PFAS are long-lasting chemicals whose components break down very slowly in the environment. That's why they're commonly called forever chemicals. Studies have shown that exposure to PFAS may be linked to harmful health effects in both humans and animals. Now, according to Water Irrigation Manager Mike Shane, the results of all test samples in the city of Yakima came back with no detection of PFAS in the drinking water supply. He says they tested all of the water sources, including 4 wells, and samples from the Natchez River as well. The last time the tests were done in September 2023, results also came back negative for any PFAS in the water supply. A new report says the U.S. climate pollution fell by nearly 2% last year. That's according to the nonpartisan Rhodium Group. The group says that shutting down coal-fired power plants largely contributed to that decrease. The U.S. pollution is now at its lowest level since 1991, but still nowhere near the targets laid out by President Biden. The report says it'll take much more wind, solar, and nuclear energy supplying the grid, and more electric and zero-emission vehicles on the road to meet the goals of the administration.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
A big trough of low pressure moving out of our area, but don't worry, there are more on the way. We've got winter storm watches in place from Thursday through Sunday, all through the region. Winter storm warnings in place. Check it out. The Blues could pick up another 16 to 32 inches of snow through Sunday, with winds gusting as high as 50 miles an hour. 2 to 3 feet of snow in the Cascades. That's great. Well, what about the lower elevations? 4 to 8 inches possible with difficult travel in our area. Who's going to get the most of it? Probably Pendleton, Walla Walla, Dayton, lighter through the Columbia Basin and even into the Yakima Valley. Look for heavier snow as we get towards Ellensburg and Cle Elum. Here's what the Futurecast is showing us. Just overcast, cloudy skies tonight with a little bit of snow here and there along the Cascade Crest. But here it comes through Ellensburg. Here comes that big band of snow, and that's really going to start moving down into the lower elevations. Now, depending on temperature range, we should see some rain or rain mixed with snow in the Columbia Basin to start with. But check out Connell, Walla Walla, and Pendleton. We'll continue to see heavy snow. This is where we'll start to see that snow developing late Thursday night into Friday for the Columbia Basin and Tri-Cities. Pendleton's going to get hit pretty hard, and it will continue to snow there through Thursday into Friday. We'll get a little bit of a break, but we have another system that's going to move in as we get through the weekend. So very active snow. Here's what our snow accumulation is looking like for the next 4 days. Again, the Tri-Cities just about an inch or so, a little bit more in Prosser, 1.5 inches or so in Toppenish and Yakima. Ellensburg, 2 or 3 inches. Cle Elum, though, 11 inches there. And then here's where the majority of that heavy snow is going to be falling. Foothills of the Blues from Pendleton into Walla Walla and Dayton. We also have a wind advisory that will kick in tomorrow. We'll have those strong gusty winds again, 25 to 35 miles an hour, gusting up to 55 miles an hour at times. And here's where we're going to start feeling that wind overnight tonight, early tomorrow morning. Look for those strong gusty winds just like we had the other day. Look at Yakima gusting up to 41 miles an hour. As the day moves on, those winds stay strong and continue right on to the early afternoon. We'll finally start to see things settling down a little bit by Thursday night into Friday. Still seeing some breezy winds, but calming down quite a bit. Now, our temperature trends are going to change extremely as we hit Thursday. Then we jump down into Friday, down in the 20s, dropping nearly 20 degrees there. And then we drop even more so heading into the weekend as a big Arctic blast approaches our area. 40s here, 20s by Friday, down to the teens, with overnight lows dangerously low at 1 or 0 degrees. And with any wind chill factor, that could be dangerous. Look for those cloudy, overcast skies tonight. 20s and 30s for your lows. And planning your day for tomorrow. Again, we're going to see that rain mix or some snow early in Yakima. That could be causing some school delays there, so watch out for that. We're going to see more snow continuing throughout the day, and it might transition to a wintry mix by later in the afternoon. We're going to start off clear in the Columbia Basin, but here comes that rain and rain mix with snow or snowflakes by the later evening, and it looks like it's going to be a stormy day in Walla Walla. So just be prepared for that. Start winterizing your home because we're going to see those really low temperatures hit this weekend. Could freeze your pipes. So be safe out there and get ready for a very active weather headed our way. Back to you.
Thanks, Stacey. Still ahead this evening, we're talking about what a new study found about teens and over-the-counter weight loss aids. That's next.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
The 4-day holiday clearance is kicking off early at Walker's.
Take advantage of special pricing on quality furniture throughout the store. Or say yes to no interest, no minimum purchase, and no money down financing.
Going on now at Walker's.
NBA Wednesday on ABC.
Adding up shooting threes and I slam on them. Slam.
Pelicans.
They could be a sleeping giant in the West.
Warriors.
Steph Curry is so unreal.
NBA Wednesday on ABC.
STCU and Apple Valley News Now honor local volunteers by sharing their stories and donating $1,000 to their favorite charities. To nominate someone who's making a difference in Benton and Franklin counties, just click on Volunteers Count at applevalleynewsnow.com.
Shopping online for a Purple mattress? We get it. With Purple's unique Gel Flex grid and multiple foam layers, you'll experience effortless sleep that's motion adaptive, temperature balanced, pressure relieving, and ultra supportive. But which Purple mattress is right for you? Come to Denver Mattress and test for yourself. And during Purple's New Year, New You event, save up to $800 on select mattress and adjustable base bundles. Shop Purple at Denver Mattress, the easiest way to find your perfect Purple.
You need a fan, but they're bulky, awkward, and never put the breeze exactly where you want it. Introducing My Fold-Away Fan from Bell & Howell, the compact cordless fan that unfolds into your own personal wind machine and extends to nearly 4 feet high. Its lightweight, portable design makes it easier than ever to have a targeted breeze anywhere. Plus, this whisper-quiet fan has 3 separate speeds, making personalizing your comfort a breeze. My Fold-Away Fan's rechargeable lithium battery lasts up to 10 hours, and it has enough power to blast a breeze to the other side of this room. Its unique telescoping stand allows you to place it on the floor, so the breeze will reach anywhere with ease. Then the whole thing folds away for easy storage. Get My Fold-Away Fan from Bell & Howell for just 2 payments of $19.99. It comes with the USB cable to make charging fast and easy. My Fold-Away Fan. Call or click now.
Call 1-800-349-4196. That's 1-800-349-4196 or go to myfoldawayfan.com.
Coming up on Thursday on Good Morning Northwest, we hear the outlooks and goals for the city of Kennewick from its new mayor. And Stacey Lee will get you ready for tomorrow's weather alert day. More wind and wet conditions on the way. We hope to see you here Thursday morning.
The 4-day holiday clearance is on now at Walker's.
Save big on Beautyrest Black and Serta iComfort mattress sets. Or say yes to no money down, no minimum purchase, and no interest financing.
Going on now at Walker's.
Experts say there are 5 cancer screenings to get in 2024. The American Cancer Society says women should begin talking about mammograms with their doctor at age 40. You should get one every year by age 45. Women with a higher risk of breast cancer may also need earlier screenings.
And women that are younger, often with dense breast, may need additional testing even beyond a mammogram.
Now, you should also get a cervical cancer screening starting at age 25. Women and men with average colon cancer risk should get colorectal cancer screenings starting by age 45. For those not at high risk, there is a home test available, and men should get a prostate cancer screening recommended for those between the ages of 45 and 50. Experts also say it's a good idea to come up with a lung cancer screening plan. A new report finds nearly 1 in 10 teens around the world used weight loss products that experts describe as ineffective or even potentially harmful. The JAMA Network opened the analysis, examined studies from the last 40 years on the use of these products among teens. The most common, diet pills, followed by laxatives and diuretics. Health officials say these products are risky both to the physical and mental health of children. They've reportedly been linked to eating disorders, low self-esteem, depression, and substance abuse in teens. They've also been associated with poor nutritional intake and unhealthy weight gain in adulthood. Well, sunshine in the Tri-Cities this evening, but don't be deceived. We are getting into a series of weather alert days because of more winter weather headed our way. Stacey Lee has a final check on your first alert forecast next.
The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
Fred's year-end clearance sale is on now. Save on dishwashers, laundry sets, refrigerators, and more during this sale.
Like this Bosch dishwasher marked down to only $4.49 while supplies last. That's a great value.
This stainless Bosch dishwasher is one of Bosch's best sellers.
$4.49 for a Bosch dishwasher is a terrific buy, but hurry, these dishwashers won't last long.
Come in and save at Fred's year-end clearance sale.
Not being able to see up close can be frustrating. Trying to view your mail, enjoy your favorite book, or even read a prescription bottle can be impossible. Introducing Eye Candy, the sweet new way to see everything bigger, brighter, and better than ever before. And now may be your last chance to get one before they're gone. Fun in design, Eye Candy is no toy. This lightweight, easy-to-hold magnifier utilizes an optical-grade lens that enlarges print by 300%. Yes, 300%.
Eye Candy is really a step above the rest. The magnification is fantastic.
Embedded in Eye Candy's frame are 12 anti-glare LED lights that dramatically help increase clarity. It's a flashlight and magnifier in one.
Even with my reading glasses, I'd still have a problem with the small print. With Eye Candy, everything is bright and clear.
Lightweight and portable, Eye Candy is ideal for extended periods of reading or when you're on the go.
I use Eye Candy when I go out to dinner. Reading the menu, so much easier, especially in the dim light.
Zooming in on your electronic devices only lets you see a small portion of your message or pictures. With Eye Candy, you can see it all.
I showed it to my husband and it strangely disappeared. I purchased 2 more. We keep one in the kitchen, one in the garage, and one in the car.
Read recipes, prescription bottles, or nutritional information, and never miss the fine print. Order now to get your Eye Candy for only $19.99. But wait, there's breaking news. Eye Candy may be discontinued. Due to rising costs and supply chain shortages, Eye Candy is shutting down and stopping manufacturing effective immediately. There's a strict limit of 3 Eye Candies per order while supplies last. You still have time to get your very own Eye Candy, but you must act fast. Once the current inventory is gone, it's gone forever. Order now.
Call 1-800-941-3546. That's 1-800-941-3546. Or visit tryeyecandy.com. So call 1-800-941-3546 now.
Danny was rear-ended by a semi-truck. Serious injuries.
The back end was in the back seat. There was nothing left of the rear.
Danny was in pain, and the insurance company was giving him the runaround.
Mariano's reputation and experience gave him an advantage over the insurance company that I didn't have. I felt very comforted. I felt like I was going to be taken care of, that I didn't have to worry about it.
The insurance company couldn't run around me, and Daniel got paid a lot.
He lives up to his reputation, which is somebody who gets results.
Call 853-2222.
With all the active weather, we've got several alert days in place all the way through Sunday. Again, we're looking at very active rain mixed with snow for the next couple of days into Friday, into Saturday. Look at the temperatures drop. Look at these overnight lows, single digits. Then we get even colder as we get towards Monday and Tuesday for Walla Walla and Hermiston. Your 7-day planner for the Tri-Cities, very cold, active weather with some snow, an inch or 2 of accumulation possible for the area, but don't doubt if we get a little bit more. And there's those cold temperatures getting into the weekend with overnight lows on Sunday night into Monday, 1 degree. So very cold, very active weather. Be ready for it, and also be watching and listening for any active school delays or road closures. Back to you.
Thanks, Stacey, and thank you so much for watching. NBA Countdown is next, followed by NBA basketball. We're back after the game.